Here we go. So we're starting out sitting on our mat, comfortable cross-legged position. You can rest your hands on your knees and roll your shoulders back and down, just creating a sense of length already from the earlobe down toward the collarbone. And sitting here, you can allow your eyes to close. And let's draw a full deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, release through the nose or the mouth. And inhaling fully and deeply through the nose. Exhale. And continuing to sit here and breathe here. Hands resting on knees. Whether your fingers are facing up, palms facing up, or your palms are facing down, see with your next full breath and your next exhale if you can just let the fingers soften, releasing any tension through them and away from your body as you sit here breathing in and breathing out through a long spine. And as you continue to sit and to breathe, connecting with body, with mind, with breath, you can imagine almost that the breath is washing through the mind, clearing away any stress, any worry or preoccupations that you may be holding on to, and signaling to your body that this space, this arrival to your mat, is a place of calm that we are creating together for each of us, for each of you. So sitting here and breathing here with eyes closed, let's just give ourselves one full minute to sit in silence, receiving and connecting with each full breath in and each full breath out. A few more full deep breaths here, letting the air fill your lungs and then releasing it back out again. And if you'd like more time here in stillness, feel free to take that time. Or keeping your eyes closed whenever you feel ready with your next breath, we begin gentle movement. As we inhale, we sit extra tall, lengthen through the spine, gaining another centimeter or so. And exhale, release your head forward, chin to your chest. Begin to roll your left ear toward your left shoulder. And as you inhale, return your head forward and over to the right. And as you exhale, releasing forward and left. Inhaling forward and over to the right. And exhaling forward and left and continuing to a full circle, releasing the head and neck behind you and over to the right. And then forward and left, enjoying those full circles, releasing in each direction for another 3. And breathing, another 2. One more full deep breath and reversing the direction, releasing the head forward and right, and back and left. Continuing to breathe and circle, pausing anywhere you feel tightness and breathing into that place. Another 3. And breathing, 2. And breathing, 1. Now returning your head to center, let's take your right hand and inhale it up toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, we're going to take that right hand and just place it on the left ear, gently drawing right ear down to the right shoulder. And as we breathe here, maybe with our inhale, we can take our left hand and begin to walk it away from us on the mat. And still sitting tall with our exhale, even more gently pulling, releasing right ear to the right shoulder as the left shoulder stays down and released for 3. Some people may enjoy bringing the head slightly forward. You can see what angle feels best for your neck. Breathing 2. One more breath here. Now gently with care, bring your head back to a neutral position. Inhale that right arm all the way up. And now with the exhale, let the right arm come overhead, tipping to your left, maybe lowering that left elbow down to the mat. Inhale, reach long through your fingers, and exhale, roll that right shoulder back, grounding your right sit bone on the mat. So we're not letting that right hip come up, but we're pressing that right sit bone down as we breathe for 3. And breathing for 2. Now one more breath here. With our inhale, we come all the way back up, bringing both arms up to the sky, engaging our obliques, the sides of our abdominal muscles. Reach up, look up, upright. And exhale, fold forward. Hinging from the hips, round the back, release the head, release the neck as you extend your hands away from you. Breathing here, full deep breaths for 5. And breathing 4. Especially if you're feeling tension by the shoulders, think about inching fingers forward and rounding the back like we're creating added space in the upper back and shoulders. Another 3. Head is released and heavy, breathing 2. And breathing 1. Inhale, walk your hands back toward your body. And exhale, recross your legs, bringing top leg to bottom and bottom leg to top. Now we're going to raise the left arm up. So inhale, reach that left arm all the way to the ceiling. And as you exhale, gently draw your left ear toward your left shoulder. Inhale, take your right hand, begin walking those fingers out to the side. And exhale, just gently drawing left ear to left shoulder even more as the right shoulder stays down and released. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. And breathing 1. Gently return your head to neutral, to center. Inhale that left arm up, and as you exhale, begin to tip to your right. The left arm is coming overhead, maybe lowering the left shoulder down underneath, or the left elbow rather, under the left shoulder. Reaching through your fingertips on the inhale and rotating the left shoulder back, looking up on your exhale. 3. Just as before, grounding through your left sit bone rather than letting that hip come upward, pressing down, breathing. 2. 1 more full breath, preparing to bring ourselves upright, using those oblique muscles. Inhale, sit tall, reach up, look up. And then 1 more time, exhale, fold forward from the hips, letting any tension release down the spine, head and neck heavy and released as you breathe here. 5. And breathing. 4. 3. And breathing. 2. And 1. Swinging forward to our tabletop. Let's place our hands under our shoulders and walk our knees underneath our hips. Spreading fingers wide, shoulders back. Anyone seeking more engagement can tuck toes and hover the knees off the mat parallel to the ankles. Otherwise, for release, spinal mobility, inhale, open the chest, look up, cow pose. And exhale, round and contract, cat. Inhale, open, extend, cow. And exhale, round and contract, cat. 3 more times, follow your breath rather than my cueing. Each inhale, react by opening. And each exhale, engaging, rounding, contracting. Now preparing ourselves for a down dog, a pose of full body engagement. As you inhale, spread your fingers wide. And as you exhale, tuck your toes under. You can always widen your feet to the edges of the mat for something more grounding tonight. Inhale, begin to lift the knees off the mat, to lengthen the legs, to extend the hips away from the hands. And as you exhale, grounding the heels down to the mat. Breathing here, we can walk out the dog, bending one knee and straightening the opposite leg as you breathe. 4. And breathing. 3. For 2. And breathing. 1. Stepping feet together just for a moment so that big toes touch. If you're seeking something more grounding, lower your knees back as we continue towards single leg extensions. We take the right leg and we inhale the right leg back and up behind us. As you exhale, open the right hip, bending the right knee. And inhale, lengthen that right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands, lowering the back left knee to the mat. If you're seeking more intensity tonight, you can keep that back left knee lifted. Inhale, come up to standing over that left knee. I'm just going to move the camera back. There we go. And as you exhale, roll your shoulders back, face your palms forward. Breathing here, continuing with some gentle hip opening. As we inhale, we extend our arms and our eyes up. And as we exhale, we interlace our fingers like so, and then place them behind the head. Inhale, open the elbows back, opening the chest. And as you exhale, option to join me in inching that left foot and left knee forward. So each inhale, even if it's just a gesture, a small movement, the elbows are opening. And each exhale, perhaps deepening. Breathing another 3. Inhale, opening. Exhale, deepening. Breathing another 2. One more full breath here. And with our next inhale, we reach the arms and the eyes up. Exhale, interlace your fingers on your front left thigh. Or to go a bit deeper, take your hands and lower them down to the mat inside of that left foot. And just as before, if you'd like to intensify, you can tuck the back right toes and lengthen the back right knee here. We breathe. 4. And breathing. 3. 2. And breathing. 1. As you inhale, walk your hands back to your right knee. Come to an upright position. And as you exhale, we can all meet with our hands resting on our front left knee. Now we're going to take one more component and add it on to these low lunges, starting to warm up the spine with a little bit of spinal release, twisting toward our left knee. So if you'd like more support tonight, take your left hand, place it on the left thigh, and walk your left foot back toward your body so that you're more at a right angle like so, with your right hip aligned over your right knee. If you're seeking something a bit deeper tonight, keep that left foot forward, and instead of your left hand, place your left elbow on that left knee. And of course, option for the back right leg to stay lifted and engaged for intensity. As we inhale, we sweep our right arm up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, we gesture our right elbow over to our left knee. Now we're going to repeat this motion. So each inhale, reach the right arm up. And each exhale, gesture it over. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last time, full breath in. And exhale, twist. Now this time we're going to stay here. If you're seeking more support, rather than placing the elbow to the knee, you can have both hands on the left thigh and simply look back over your left shoulder. This is still a spinal twist, but with more support. It demands less of your hip and groin. Or, for a deeper twist experience, place the right elbow not just to the left knee, but maybe all the way outside of it. And you can place your hands one atop another. So I'm just going to kind of turn around so that those of you looking for that option can kind of see what that looks like. Elbow to the outside of the knee, one hand atop another in prayer, and focusing on lengthening the spine, and we're all just looking up over that left shoulder. Breathing. 3. And breathing. 2. One more full breath here. We unwind. Inhale, reach your arms up and even lengthen that front left leg. And exhale, fold forward. Hinge through the hips, send your hips away from your foot, round the back, and release the head and neck as you breathe here. 5. And breathing. 4. For 3. And breathing. 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale, stand back up over your right knee. We're making ourselves upright. And exhale, bring your left knee back in line with your right, separating your knees about hips distance apart or a touch wider. Now standing here on your knees, if you have sensitive knees, you could place a blanket underneath the shins, or you could take this little pose standing up. Inhale, sweep the arms and the eyes up. And exhale, place your hands behind your back, palms of the hand to the low back and fingers to the glutes. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, look up. And exhale, option to intensify, hips forward and shoulders back. Of course, if it feels good for your back and you'd like to go deeper, you could release one hand to one heel, maybe the other hand to the other heel. Release the head and neck as you breathe. For 3. And breathing. 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale, come upright, shoulders aligned over knees, reach your arms and your eyes up. And exhale, hands to the mat. Now those of you joining me, we're going to open our shoulders with puppy pose, widening our knees on the inhale, and on the exhale, sliding our hands away from our hips as we lower our chest to the mat. Those seeking more engagement can take a down dog hold here instead, with hips away from your hands. Wherever you are, whatever you've chosen, let's just breathe here, letting your body melt into the mat and giving yourself moments of release. For another 4. And breathing. 3. Another 2. One more full deep breath. Now with your inhale, let's walk hands back underneath the shoulders and exhale, knees come together underneath the hips. We meet our friends in down dog, so let's tuck our toes, lengthen our legs on the inhale, and ground the heels on the exhale. You can walk out the dog. Now if you are in down dog and you're seeking intensity, join me by coming forward into plank and then perhaps lower into chaturanga. Breathing here. Another 3. And breathing. 2. One more full breath. Those seeking active, stepping feet together so big toes touch in your down dog. Those seeking grounding, knees down to the mat for tabletop. And either way, we inhale now, the left leg back and up behind us. As you exhale, opening the left hip, bending the left knee. Inhale, lengthen the left leg. And exhale, step the left foot all the way forward. Option to lower the right knee with me for grounding, or to keep it active and engaged for intensity. Inhale, let's come up to a vertically aligned position, aligning shoulder over hip. And exhale, shoulders roll back, rotate your palms to face forward. One full breath in. And full release out. Now we're going to take that same little motion. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And remember on the exhale, we interlace our fingers. Let's do it the second way, moving each finger one spot over, placing hands behind the head. Now this can be a big movement, what we do next, or a small gesture. Each inhale opening, sending elbows away. And each exhale, just a touch, or maybe quite a lot, bringing that left foot forward, bending that left knee, opening, extending the front body as we breathe into the opening of the right hip and groin. Again, each inhale, maybe easing up a touch, opening the elbows, and each exhale, deepening that sense of hip opening and front body elongation. Breathing another 3. And breathing. Another 2. One more full deep breath. And it occurred to me that I was on this side before, so I don't know if I cued the same side, but I'm going to switch legs. We should be on our second side, whichever side you're on. So I have my right foot forward now. And with your next full breath in, we reach the arms up. And with the exhale, you can interlace your fingers and plant them on your front knee. So for me, that's my front right knee or my right thigh. Rolling shoulders back, we begin a twisting motion. So as we inhale, up. All right, it's been a few weeks, guys. First, we have inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, our hands are either on that right thigh or they're all the way down on the mat below. First, we have a nice hip opening before we move on to that twist. So breathing here, full deep breaths. Full breaths in, elongating through the spine. And with the exhale, remembering to keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Your back knee can be grounded as mine is, or you can tuck your back toes and lengthen your back leg. Wherever you are, let's breathe. Another 3. And breathing. 2. One more full deep breath. And with the inhale, gently shifting the hands back, let's extend the arms up. And with the exhale, lowering right hand to right thigh or whichever leg is in front for you. Remember, you can join me in taking that left elbow to the right knee, or for a gentler experience, both hands on the right thigh and just turning to look over that right shoulder each time in a gesture toward a spinal twist. So let's try that together. Each inhale lengthening and each exhale maybe crossing elbow to knee or simply turning to look over that back shoulder. Breathing another 3. Each inhale lengthening, each exhale twisting. Breathing another 2. One more full deep breath. And with our inhale, reaching up. With our exhale, staying here, either hands on the thigh, looking back over the right shoulder, or bringing that elbow perhaps outside the right knee. Placing one hand atop another, lengthening on the inhale, looking back over your right shoulder on the exhale. Just as before, option to tuck the back toes under, lengthen the back leg if you're seeking more intensity. Breathing. Another 3. And breathing. Another 2. One more full breath here. Now we're going to unwind. So as we inhale, let's reach the arms up and begin to lengthen that front right leg. And as we exhale, we fold forward, round the back, release the head and the neck, and breathe. Full breaths here. Another 4. Really rounding the back, releasing head and neck, full spinal release. And breathing 3. Breathing 2. And breathing 1. Inhale, let's make ourselves upright again, standing over that back left knee. And as we exhale, you can bring your right knee in line with the left, separating them hips distance apart or a touch wider. Now we continue this time toward rabbit pose, starting with a little chest opener. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades back as you press your palms not only together, but also down to the mat. And exhale, release the head, look up, breathing 3. And breathing 2. You can distance your hands slightly from the back if you'd like to intensify. One more full deep breath here. As you inhale, release the interlacing of your fingers and sweep your arms back up to the sky. And exhale again, hands behind the back, this time interlacing fingers the second way, moving each finger over one spot. Inhale, open the chest, option to stay here, or exhale, plant the top of your head on the mat, sending the hands overhead, hips aligned over knees. And we're distancing the hands as much as possible from the back. Breathing here in rabbit pose, the arms are like our little bunny ears for 3. And breathing 2. 1 more full deep breath. First shift the weight back to your knees and then inhale, roll up to standing, release the arms and then raise them up to the ceiling. And exhale, hands to the mat. Tucking toes under, inhale, lengthen through the legs. And exhale, ground the heels. We begin to walk our hands back toward our feet. Bringing each hand to opposite elbow. If you're feeling low back sensitivity, bend your knees here. And we're rounding the back, releasing the head and neck. Maybe adding a little figure 8 with our elbows, releasing the spine, rocking side to side for 3. And breathing. 2. And 1. Releasing your hands. You can walk them up to your thighs or your hips for a bit more support. We're going to bend our knees and roll all the way up to standing. I'm going to reposition this camera a little bit. So rolling all the way back up to standing. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look in front of you. Now stepping toward the top of your mat. You can reach your arms all the way up to the sky on the inhale. And then we're just going to release them back down again on the exhale. And rolling your shoulders back and down on the inhale. Separating your feet hips distance apart on the exhale. And just practicing standing here in mountain pose, tall and elongated. As much as possible, front body and back body are neutral. So we're not arching the back so much, we're not contracting and rounding, but just exploring what might feel like a neutral, balanced mountain for us as we breathe. Another 3. And breathing. Another 2. 1 more full deep breath here. And now inhale, sweep the arms and the eyes up. Stay here on the exhale, opening the arms in a slight V shape. Breathing here. And just feel yourself growing tall. Full breaths in and out. Your eyes can be opened, your eyes can be closed. But just letting the position arrive in your body. Letting yourself experience, accept, feel this sense of elongation, of activation through right and left fingertips as you stand tall, reaching and breathing. 3. And breathing. 2. 1 more full breath in with the exhale. 1 hand to heart, 1 hand to tummy. Close your eyes, release your head forward. Take this quiet moment just to connect with yourself. To feel yourself standing here, alive, experiencing another moment on this planet. Turning your attention inward as you breathe. For another 3. And breathing. 2. 1 more full deep breath in. And with the exhale, you can gently release your hands and open your eyes. Now I'm going to rotate to the long side of the mat just so that I'm facing you all as I demo. You can be facing whichever way you like. Separating your feet slightly wider than hips distance apart. We take your left foot and we're going to step it not only back, behind, but also kind of across the right. So I want to come a little closer for those of you who are more visual learners. So if we're here, we're taking your left foot, we're bringing it back, but then also over to the left. Your back left foot, your back left heel is in the air, and we continue together in a side stretch banana asana. So inhale, let's sweep the arms up toward the sky, and exhale, interlace your fingers. And inhale, pressing your arms up, up, up. And as you exhale, we're just going to tip to your right. Breathing here, full deep breaths. If this feels like too much for you, then just take the upper body, releasing your feet wide. If you'd like to go a bit deeper, then imagine pressing, flexing your hands like you're pushing away, and only out of that elongation, releasing even more to your right, but keeping that tension active in your hands. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. Now one more breath here. As you inhale, bring your arms back up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your left foot back to the same line as the right. Now releasing your arms by your side. If you're facing the front of your mat, now is a great time to rotate to the long side of the mat. We've just lengthened and warmed the left side of the body, and we're going to use that length in triangle pose. So let's widen our feet even further and take your right foot turning it 90 degrees to the side. Inhale, arms to shoulder height, and exhale, begin to reach toward your right. Inhale, keep reaching, and as you exhale, right hand to the right leg, left arm up to the sky, breathing here. Now those who are seeking more engagement can always take half moon, planting your right foot and lengthening your back left leg, stacking hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, and really reaching, lengthening through that back lifted leg. Full breaths for 3. And breathing 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale, let's return to standing. And exhale, bring that right foot in parallel to the left and inch your feet closer together. Now taking that second side, warming up the right side body, let's take your right foot and bring it back and behind that left foot. So again, that motion is the right foot for you is coming back in space and then over behind your front left foot. The back right heel stays in the air. And inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, interlace your fingers the second way. Inhale, flip your palms to face up. Press, press, elongate. And exhale, tipping over toward your left as you breathe. Full breaths here for 3. And breathing deeply for 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale, bring your arms up, look up, and exhale, return your right foot in line with the left, releasing the hands. Now widening the stance on your inhale, turning your left foot 90 degrees open to the side on the exhale. Continuing to triangle, inhale, arms to shoulder height. And exhale, begin reaching toward your left. Inhale, continuing to reach, elongate. And exhale, left hand to the left leg, right arm up to the sky. Breathing here, option to continue to half moon, placing your left fingers on the mat, bending your left knee and stepping onto that front left leg. Or just to ground, breathing, lengthening in your triangle for another 3. And breathing 2. One more full breath and inhale, stand up tall. And exhale, our feet are parallel as we prepare for one last standing pose, a nice deep forward bend. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, swan dive forward. That means we're hinging from the hips. Our arms come down by our sides. Round the back, release the head and neck. Breathing here. If it feels good, add a little rock side to side for 4. And breathing 3 for 2. And breathing 1. Still in our wide-legged forward bend. We're just going to take it to one side and then the other. Let's walk our hands over to your right leg as you inhale. And release the head and neck as you exhale. Drawing your nose toward your right knee. That doesn't mean it touches, it's just the direction. Breathing 3. And 2. And breathing 1. Inhale, walk your hands now over toward that left foot. And exhale, round, drawing your nose toward your left knee as you breathe. 3. And breathing 2. And breathing 1. Returning towards center. Inhale, look partway forward. And exhale, bring your heels to point in and your toes to point out, bending the knees. So now we're kind of in a supported squat. And our hands can rest on our thighs, or our elbows can rest by our thighs and inner knees, whatever feels better and more supported for you. As you inhale, option to rotate your palms to face out, pressing out. And exhale, maybe dropping your hips a bit lower. And again, that's only if it feels good. If it doesn't, then why try it? Full breaths, another 3. And breathing here for 2. 1 more full breath in, and as you exhale, come and sit on down. I'm just going to pull the camera a little bit closer. We'll continue to a couple of seated stretches. So we're sitting here at the back of our mat. Let's extend your left leg in front of you. And we can bend the right knee, placing the right foot by the left thigh. Maybe flexing our front left foot. And if this doesn't feel so great for your back, grab a cushion, a blanket, whatever you have at home, and prop up your sit bones a bit higher, and it'll feel a lot better. Inhale, reach your arms and eyes up. And exhale, fold forward over toward that front left leg as you breathe. Full breaths here. 5. And breathing. 4. 3. And breathing. 2. 1 more full breath. Inhale, sit up tall. Option to vinyasa if you're seeking intensity. And exhale, let's bring your left foot together next to the right. So our knees are bent and the soles of our feet are together, preparing for 1 round of butterfly. Now today we take what's called Baddha Konasana A. That means we're going to keep our spine long rather than rounding. So inhale, let's sit super tall. And exhale, we're staying tall. We're just imagining a string pulling our chest slightly forward. And it might be a very small motion, it might be a big motion, whatever feels right for you, without bringing any strain to the back. Again, if you feel strain, try to put a cushion under your hips for a bit more support. Breathing 3. And breathing 2. 1 more full breath here. Inhale, sit back up tall. And exhale, this time extend the right leg, or option to vinyasa and meet us here. Our left knee is bent. Our left foot is in contact with the right thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward over that front right leg. Round the back, release the head, release the neck. Breathing here for 5. And breathing. 4. For 3. And breathing. 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale, sit up tall or vinyasa and then join us. And exhale just one more time back to butterfly with soles of our feet together and knees apart. Now this time, inhale, sit tall. But on the exhale, allow yourself to round. Chin to your chest, rounding the back, and then letting your head draw your body forward as much as is comfortable. This could be a very subtle movement, contracting, like your upper body is in cat pose. Or if you're seeking a deepening, you can imagine resting the top of your head in the open area of the soles of your feet, rounding and contracting, simply placing the crown of the head down toward the feet. Breathing. Another 3. And breathing. Another 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale, roll up to seated. And exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. So we're going to release our legs, option to vinyasa, and meet us in cow face pose. Crossing one leg, let's take your left knee and place it underneath the right knee. So we're seeing if we can cross one leg over another. If that doesn't work, no worries, come to a cross-legged position. But we can try and explore seeing if one leg, maybe the ankle is willing to make contact with the knee. Maybe the right knee will come over the left knee altogether, just exploring what's possible. And with our lower body in this position, what's called cow face pose, we're just going to roll our shoulders back and down. You might feel an intense stretch in the outer area of your right hip. And as you breathe here, we're just going to take your right hand and wrap it around your left wrist. Now, as we inhale, let's extend, opening our palms, opening the fingers of the left hand. And as we exhale, curl the fingers in and let yourself make a fist with that left hand, drawing the fist toward your forearm. And as you inhale, we're opening. And as you exhale, curling the fingers in. Breathing another 3. And breathing another 2. One more full deep breath. And as you continue sitting here, see if you can really ground your right sit bone. Just like in our warm-up, we didn't want the hip to come up. Here too, we're squaring the hips, still holding that left wrist. We're just going to take a little moment of massage. What does that look like? Pointer finger and thumb on either side of the wrist. And we're just kind of taking this up and down motion like so, up and down. For another 2. And 1. If you're seeking intensity, you could take a vinyasa between sides. Otherwise, let's just place our fingers behind us. Inhale, uncross the legs. And exhale, recross the legs. And again, it might be ankle to knee, it might be knee to knee, or maybe a comfortable cross-legged position. Do what feels right for you. And we're grounding that left sit bone down, keeping the hips squared, lengthening through the spine, and breathing into the opening of that outer left hip and glute. Full breaths here. Another 2, shoulders roll down. And 1. And now we're going to take the left hand and wrap it around the right wrist. Inhale, opening through the fingers. And exhale, curling the fingers in, making a fist and drawing the fist toward the forearm. And inhale, opening. And exhale, closing. Let's do that for another 3. And breathing 2. Now one more full deep breath. And again, we're taking the pointer finger and the thumb of the left hand, and we're just going to massage a little bit up and down the right wrist, creating a little bit of space, bringing circulation as we continue to sit tall for another 2. And 1. Option to vinyasa, or simply uncross the legs, and this is the time to roll yourself down to a reclined position on your mat. Now, if you're seeking an inversion practice today or any particular pose, you are welcome to continue to independent practice. Otherwise, this is the time to join me for just a final stretch or 2 that leads us toward our breath work and relaxation. So find your way to lay down on the mat. Knees bent, feet on the mat. And you can just start to kind of shift your hips side to side. Maybe noticing the way that your low back is in contact either with the mat or the air. Exploring what angle might feel good and grounding and connecting for you. And maybe even taking a few pelvic rocks. That's when we take sort of a cat-cow motion here. All we're doing is we're rocking our hips either side to side or forward and back, seeing if we can find grounding moments of connection between the low back and the mat. And breathing here, as we inhale, let's hug the right knee into the chest. And then as we exhale, we can lengthen that left leg down on the mat, and we're just breathing here, drawing right thigh toward your tummy. And in this pose, there's no need to be particularly active. The idea isn't to see how vigorously you can pull your thigh to your tummy, but simply to ease your body into this position. And then from there to invite a little bit of release, even closing your eyes and simply letting the pose unfold for you, being curious about where it might take you as you lay here. And you can also explore, would it feel better for your body or for your back to keep that left knee bent? Maybe try it both ways and practice listening to and choosing what feels good for you. For another 3. And breathing 2. 1 more full deep breath in. With the exhale, you can gently return the right foot to the mat and then ease it long on the mat. If your left knee was bent, you can ease the left leg long as well. Full breath in. And full breath out. Now, if you'd like more time here, you're welcome to stay here or join me in continuing to the second side, hugging the left knee into the chest, letting your shoulders release down, and either keeping right leg long or setting right foot on the mat if that's what feels best for your body tonight. Breathing here, again, just being curious, letting the pose unfold for you. For 3. And breathing. 2. 1 more full deep breath in. And with the exhale, again, first set the left foot on the mat. And then slide the left leg down, maybe also lengthening the right leg if your knee was still bent. Breathing. Another 2. And breathing 1. Now let's bend our knees just one more time. We're going to hug both knees into the chest. If what you're seeking is something grounding, stay here, bringing thighs toward the tummy. If you might enjoy one more hip opener in your practice, then you can instead bring your arms in between your knees, grabbing either shins or the outer edges of your feet, and continuing to happy baby with feet pointing high and knees grounding low. Maybe adding a little rock, or just enjoying this pose as a stationary hold. For 4. And breathing. 3. For 2. And breathing. 1. Bringing your knees together for one last little squeeze on the inhale. And you can release your legs on the exhale down on the mat. This is the time to make your way to a comfortable reclined position as we come to the most important part of our practice, which is relaxation. So allow yourself to lay back, or since you're in the comfort of your own home, suit up with blankets, with pillows, with your coziest pajamas, whatever feels good for you. And as you lay here, you can let your arms be long and your legs be long, closing your eyes and letting the rhythm of your breath just carry you to a place of deep, sweet release. Allowing each inhale and each exhale to find their way into your body, landing and arriving at just the exact place that needs to be touched, that needs to be calmed. And every breath in and every breath out, bringing with it a deep wave of release. So as you lay here and as you breathe, remind yourself that in this place, your job, your task is to do nothing other than exist. Surrendering any element of control to that steady rhythm of breath in and breath out. And breath in and breath out. Full deep breaths. We'll give ourselves the next moments here just to lay and just to be and to receive. Now, if you'd like more time here, please feel welcome to stay and take that time, cozy and relaxed in the comfort of your own home. If you'd like to slowly and gently bring your practice to a close with me, then you can begin to deepen your breath and let each full, deep breath bring gentle movement back into your body, wiggling fingers and toes, turning your head side to side, and turning to lay on your side, classically the right hand side, drawing knees in toward your chest. Taking another breath or two here. And then with the help of your hands, gently coming back toward a seated position on your mat. And perhaps our hands are resting on our knees or together at heart center. We inhale, sitting tall. We exhale, release the head forward. And we can close as one, 3 deep breaths to shalom, blessings of peace. Peace for the mind, the heart, the body, all those around us. Breathing in and out. And breathing in and out. Inhale to shalom. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for connecting with me, even from afar. Toda rabba. Namaste.